Today in the livestock market, the cattle was rising. The gains in the boxed beef values really gave it a little bit of a shot in the arm, and we definitely needed that. You know, the Saturday runs did improve the optimism underneath the markets to offer a little bit of support. The packer capacity concerns really had everyone step up and start to purchase some of the meats, and it really supported that wholesale buying. That really got the market a little bit higher and kind of stronger, even though we've got that gap fall that we had last week from the fire. We haven't been able to kind of fill that gap yet, but the market is still holding and kind of stabilizing somewhat. And we see that even with the feeders. The feeders were higher as well. The oversold futures did really bring in some buying, and so some bargain hunters stepping in saying, hey, this is a little bit too low for now. But the last week pressures finally were relieved somewhat, but we're starting to gain some stability and have that market move higher. I think that feeders are starting to lead the way a little bit for the live cattle, and that might be a little bit of an indication that maybe we are going to make our way back. Just the shock of a fire like that and what it does to a market, especially when it was so thin at the time. The big news now today is the hog market. It finally rebounded. But that market is still going to be very, very volatile. Strong cash trade really was balancing some of the prices, so it was helping them quite a bit. But there's been some strength in the deferred months that are helping for the long term. But that long term number is about 58, and we're not that far from it right now. But that should offer some support and push it a little bit higher. But still, the uncertainty on what's happening in China is really adding to the fundamental pressure, and there is some worries that perhaps we could be testing that 58 number. Today, that wasn't the case. The market was up about $2. It looked pretty good. We didn't get any kind of limit move right now, but it's kind of a slow Monday, but still looking pretty good. But still, there's going to be plenty of volatility ahead, so you've got to watch for that.